ultimately came down to our turnovers. You know, you're really going to struggle to win games when you give up the ball 22 times, and our 22 turnovers led it over to 26 points. You know, we had a lot of good stuff. Our assists, our points, the percentages that we had, but ultimately we couldn't really overcome the amount of turnovers that we just kept giving them second chance opportunities to score, and more possessions and more shot attempts. You know, we shot better from the field than Lewis, but more shot attempts led to more free throws, and you know, it was really that third quarter. We won every quarter but the third, and credit to Lewis, they really made us struggle with that press and the ball pressure and forced a lot of turnovers, and that really expanded that lead in the third. We were able to fight back in the fourth and make it a game, and almost was able to pull it out, but that's something we got to clean up. Coming off of Christmas break, winter break, we had two really tough opponents. McKendree was tied for first before we played them, and we were able to get that win, and then Lewis is first in the conference in the standings, so we went back-to-back, number one. So overall, big picture, you know, to get a split isn't all that bad. Definitely would have wanted the outcome to be better today. I felt like we could have pulled out that win if we cleaned up a few things. But as much as, you know, we really struggled with the turnovers, there was, like I mentioned, a lot of positives. I mean, Mia had a heck of a game with 27 points, and we were able to stay together and kind of compete towards the end, even though we had a lot of mental breakdowns in the third. So definitely not the outcome we wanted, but you know, not a bad performance and not a bad you know, trip here with McKendree and then Lewis here to kind of split these two teams. It's just growth from all of our players. You know, we have a lot of leadership, a lot of experience, and a lot of older players that, you know, have been able to grow within their time here. And I think we're starting to see the fruits of that, to where they don't necessarily panic like they may have in the past. You know, against McKendree, we really jumped on them, and then the third quarter struggled, kind of like we did today. But the difference was we responded and was able to pull out, I think, like a 9 or 10 point win, something like that. And it was just composure, which I think maybe didn't show up as much until maybe a little too late today, the composure that we had against McKendree. We have it in us. It's just these games are tough, and when you're playing number one, kind of back-to-back, it's a tough little gauntlet, but it's a good test, and these are the type of games we want to be in and want to compete in, and we're kind of at that point in the growth of our program to where we can kind of compete with everybody. You know, we're pretty mature. We're an older group that, you know, we're not going to sit in losses. We're going to be able to move on and, you know, back to opportunities to get some wins. We got two tough opponents. You know, Illinois Springfield can score. Just look up their stats if you're ever curious. They can put the ball in the hoop. So we got two tough opponents, but it's just about recovery over the next couple of games, getting back in the gym, fixing a few things, and then getting back on the road.
Win.
Evenson now, she steps back, had McNamee off her feet, now will drive, goes up strong, and it's another fantastic finish.
Behind Perry, and hopefully the healing can start sooner than later.
A lot of good kids have come through Upper Iowa here through Perry, and I'm sure that will continue. Four there. Calling for a timeout over here on the near sideline. It did not come, but Upper Iowa still able to get the ball in and get it across half court. Trying to get that one down low, and they do. Pagel wide open for a layup. Though I tried to turn the corner. Brenning doing an excellent job sticking with her. And it's a loose pass collected by Evenson. Peacocks,
the basket,
3-on-2. Evenson goes right between the defense, and he puts it up in the
shot there by Schmidt. She had a couple shots early on in this game that I thought looked like pretty good shots.
Quick passes there. Tornstrom gets loose inside and gets the roll.
There we go.
Provide a little bit of three-point shooting that has been lacking here today for the Peacocks. Huberty now going up against Hilbert, trying to get around, and she does. That's a nice layup there for quickly up the floor. Huberty now. Peacocks have a 1v1 advantage potentially. Valentino, she's open for a moment. Now we'll go inside. Nice dump off inside. Tornstrom the layup. And Upper Iowa back. That one short off the rim. Privet flies in for the offensive board. Now Upper Iowa. Tornstrom double team for a moment. Back outside. Evenson, top of the key. Yes, ma'am. The miss.
I'm not sure how there wasn't a foul there. Offensively.
Huberty left open, three-point shot. Yes, ma'am!
Let's go!
Evenson now. Looks for an outlet, gets it to Brenning. Huberty now. Trying to get past McNamee. She goes to the basket, puts up the layup, it's in!